This is a quick review of the $50 over-the-ear noise-canceling headphones from Wyze. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Patrick, and this is Everyday Tech. Everyday tech for everyday people. The over-the-ear noise-canceling headphone space has been really dominated by one company, Bose, with their Quiet Comfort line of products. Now recently, Sony has been getting into this line as well. But recently, a number of companies have come out with inexpensive noise-canceling headphones. One of them is Wyze. Now, if you know, Wyze mainly have been known for their webcams, have been recently coming out with a number of line of products, mainly with home automation, but they've come out with a number of products such as Wyze Scale, which is just a scale for tracking your weight, but you can record it to a smart app, which I actually have in my house as well. But they've come out with a number of products as well, such as a door cam or doorbell camera, even a sprinkler system for more home automation stuff. So when Wyze announced their $50 headphones a few months ago, I was on it right away. So I pre-ordered them right away because Wyze is a company I really trust their products, and for $50 you can't beat the price for active noise canceling headphones. So first, some disclaimers. First of all, I'm not an audiophile, and I've never owned the Bose or the Sony active noise canceling headphones, so I have nothing to compare it to. In this review, I'm going to talk about the audio quality as it relates to a work environment, podcasts, and even just music itself. Then I'm going to talk about some of the features that these headphones offer. And then I'll do some comparisons about the microphone itself as well. Now, I mainly listen to spoken audio, whether it be church meetings or podcasts, but I do listen to some occasional music as well. So as far as music is concerned, these have a very clean sound, and a lot of people want to ask, well, how's the bass? Well, it does have a very clean bass sound. It doesn't distort the bass too much, and it's not overly done. Now, if you connect this with your smartphone and the app, you can actually change the EQ settings to your liking as well. You need the Wyze app to change those settings, and I tried it on my M1 Mac Mini here, where I have the Wyze mobile app installed, and it actually doesn't connect to the Wyze headphones. It only worked on my smartphone. So you need the Wyze app to connect this to the headphones on your smartphone. Now, as far as spoken word is concerned, this also has a very clean sound as well for podcasts and for church messages that I was listening to. You can also dial this in the app itself. Now, the thing you want to know is, how does the noise canceling work with these headphones? And just to be upfront, I haven't been traveling, and so I don't know how these will work, or I don't have experience with these on an airplane. But with the little I've been using around the house and with the kids around, I have a pretty good idea of how they would work, and I would say they would work very well because it does a great job of canceling that kind of constant noise with the airflow from the airplane or being in the air. So you are able to turn it on and off very well with this button on the left here, but I'll get into more of the functionality. They have noise canceling on, and they have something called transparency mode. But overall, it does a great job of canceling that constant noise, the airflow noise, any kind of running water noise that I was doing around the house. It did a great job of just canceling that out, and it allows me to concentrate more on what I'm listening to, whether it be a podcast, a church message, or even just enjoying music more. Now, as far as kids' noise is concerned, or any conversation that's going on, it won't drown that out completely, but it does muffle it a little bit, and it does allow me to concentrate more on what I'm listening to. Now, it's impossible for me to show you or demonstrate directly from the headphones of what I'm hearing as far as the noise cancellation is concerned, but let me do a demonstration via software, or a simulation via software, and this will be a pretty close representation of what I'm hearing through the headphones as far as noise cancellation is concerned. I'm in a noisy room right now. I have my heater turned on, I have an air purifier turned on right there, and then I have the noise from my video light up there. I'm in a noisy room right now. I have my heater turned on, I have an air purifier turned on right there, and then I have the noise from my video light up there. So now I'm going to show you how well the onboard microphone works. Now there's a little tiny microphone on the right ear cup here. I'm going to compare it first as a baseline to my really good microphone here that I'm using for this recording. And then I'm also going to compare it to the AirPods, which has really been the gold standard of microphones with their beam-forming microphone as far as earbuds or over-the-ear headphones are concerned. Okay, so the microphone I'm using right now is my ISK BM800 XLR microphone connected to an audio interface directly to my computer. Now I'm talking into my AirPods here. AirPods have this kind of beam forming kind of area for a microphone talking. And so, yeah, let's see how this sounds compared to the Wyze headphones. Now I'm using the onboard microphone for my Wyze headphones. Now remember, the microphone is just on this ear cup on the right side here. And so we'll see how this sounds. Now, if you compare the three microphones, of course, my ISK XLR microphone right here that's connected directly to my computer sounds way better. Now, it's just off frame right here. I'll maybe bring it up here a little bit so you can hear it a lot better. And then the next best is the AirPods, and then the Wyze headphones, which they sound okay, but what they really do sound is they sound really far away, right? So they actually are further away from my mouth. So that's one thing about audio, is how close you can get it to your mouth, the better the sound quality is. Of course, other things come into play here, and this microphone has better kind of processing, and it's going into an audio interface, to be fair. But compared to the AirPods and the Wyze, the AirPods win hands down. The AirPods are really like one of my most favorite pieces of tech, because just this little thing, it just works very well. And the technology they use for the microphone works very well. But anyway, it's the Wyze are usable, and if it's the only thing you have, just go with it. One thing to note is if the microphone is activated, let's say you're on a phone call or you're recording something like this, the audio that comes in, or the audio that you're listening to, goes into this kind of low quality mode. So activating the microphone and listening to voice or music at the same time, it goes into the sound quality is not that great. So let me get into some of the other features with this microphone. Now on this side, there's a little button here to turn on and off the noise canceling or transparency mode. Transparency mode, of course, allows me to hear the outside environment. It doesn't amplify it, but it lets me hear it. And then, if you take off your headphones, like the AirPods are concerned, it actually does pause what you're listening to. Now, on the right side here, you have the volume up and down, and you have the multi-purpose play, pause. If you hold it down, it skips the track. I forgot if you double tap. Anyway. There is a headphone jack here, which is nice. So this serves as a Bluetooth or a wired headphone, which is nice because I will soon be replacing these wired headphones with just these headphones. And then, of course, there is a USB-C charging jack, which all tech should have USB-C, and eventually they will. Hopefully the iPhone will too, but it seems like they may go no ports eventually. The other thing that you can do is if the noise canceling feature is on, you can put your ear over the right cup. It'll automatically turn on transparency mode right away. So let's say someone comes up to you and wants to talk to you really quick, or you need to hear something really quick that's going on. You could just quickly go like this. It'll temporarily pause the noise canceling feature. It'll continue to play what's going through the audio, whether it be music or a podcast, but at least the noise canceling can quickly be turned off temporarily. Once you take it off, it'll go back to noise canceling. Now, if you want to activate a voice assistant, you just double tap here, and it'll activate whatever voice assistant you have set up to it. So you can either set it up with the default one that's on your phone, or you can actually set it up directly with Amazon Alexa. Lastly, I'll talk about comfort. Now, these are actually very comfortable. The ear cups are very padded and very soft. I don't know if it has to do with just being new headphones. Compared to these basic ones, they're by generic brand Moano. Anyway, I'll talk about this in a later video. These are more comfortable than these. I don't know if it has to do with it being a little bit older, these ones. The one thing that I will complain about with these headphones is that there's not much room up here on my head, and this just might be a personal preference, but I noticed that it was hitting the top of my head a little bit more. I know I can stretch these out, and these do bend. These headphones do bend at the top a little bit, but I noticed that it was hitting the top of my head, and so it does leave me with headphone hair. But overall, you know, I wore these for a couple hours, and my ears do get a little bit sweaty after a while, but overall they have been very comfortable, a little bit more comfortable than these. I have used some more expensive Sennheiser's studio monitor headphones, and those were super comfortable. Those were headphones of a friend of mine. Anyway, overall, this is a very comfortable headphone. Now, would I recommend these headphones? Most definitely. You're not going to find a better value of headphones. For $50, you get noise canceling over-the-ear headphones, which are really comfortable, and just from a great company, Wyze. I really love all their products that they release. Now, again, I haven't been traveling on a plane, but the next time I do, I'm definitely taking these with me, and I'll do an update video on my experience of just kind of confirming what I'm like suspecting, that these are going to be great even on a plane, to drown out all that noise and just to make the travel experience so much better. Anyway, this has been a quick review of the Wyze noise canceling headphones. Hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next one. See ya.